Out. Hello guys, I know you are fine. Today we want to look about the most asked question in science. Sit back, relax and enjoy. The first question that will be asked: which one of the following method of food preserve renders the bacteria inactive? The method that renders bacteria inactive, that is drying. Other question that will be asked in the exam: external parasites, it is best controlled by, you say external parasite, it is best controlled by dipping. Other question that will be asked in the exam: internal parasites are controlled by, you say internal parasites are controlled by deworming, or you can say drenching in animal using bolus gun. Other question that will be asked in the exam: external and internal parasites are all of them are best controlled by, you say are best controlled by rotational grazing. Another question that will be asked in the exam: gully erosion can be best controlled by, you say gully erosion can be best controlled by using constructing porous dam, can say building of gabions. Other question that will be asked in exam: all cereals are having what? We say all cereals are having fibrous roots, and even palm coconut, it is an example of a fibrous root. Other question that will be asked in the exam: drug that leads in increase of appetite. Which drug leads to increase of appetite? We say that is tobacco. Tobacco is the one that leads someone to increase of appetite. Other one that will be asked in the exam: disease usually immunized at the age of 9. Which disease it is usually immunized at the age of 9 months? You say that disease, that is measles or yellow fever, that is 9 months. Other question that will be asked in the exam: disease, the tetanus is being given how many times? You say are being given 3 times, that is 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and then 14 weeks. And the other name of tetanus, that is lockjaw. Other question that will be asked in the exam: manure made by cutting growing crops into pieces and turn plowing them into the soil in a farm is referred to as, you say that is green manure. Green manure, it is the one that you use the plowing, or you cut the grass, you cut the leaves, and then you must know that is the expensive. It is the expensive one to construct. Other question that will be asked in the exam: main reason why farmers are advised to carry out mulching. The main reasons why they are encouraged to have mulching: to conserve moisture or evaporation. Other question that will be asked in the exam: the best way to control weed is by, you say the best way to control weed, you dig them out. That is the best way to control weed. Other question that will be asked in the exam: the best way to control weeds in large plantation. The best way to control weeds in large plantation, you say by using of chemicals. Other question that will be asked in the exam: empty medicine container should be, you say should be buried in the soil or in the deep soil. Other question that will be asked in the exam: stage of HIV and AIDS. Stage of HIV and AIDS infection will test positive, but with no visible sign. You said that stage are referred to as incubation. Incubation is the stage where now you will test positive and then no sign it is visible. And another one that you will be asked in the exam: the dangerous stage of HIV and AIDS, that is, you say that is window stage. Other question that will be asked in the exam: blood that is affected or being attacked by virus called HIV and AIDS. That is, you say that is white blood cell, because white blood cell, it is the one that is being attacked, because the white blood cell are the one that fight germs causing disease causing germs. Other question that will be asked in the exam: form of erosion, form landslide. You say that is sheet erosion. Sheet erosion is the one that forms landslide. Other question that will be asked in the exam: form erosion that has furrows. Form erosion that has furrows, that is real erosion. Other question that will be asked in the exam: which form of erosion that you cannot easily recognize? You say that is real erosion. And then which one it is not merely seen easily? You say that is sheet erosion. Other question that will be asked in the exam: material which allow light to pass through them, but one cannot see them through them are said, you say that is translucent. Examples of those translucent, we have frozen glasses, we have oil paper, we have the skylights. Another question that will be asked in the exam. Both a field and storage paste, that is weevil. Weevil is is both field and storage, that is weevil. Other question that will be asked in the exam. Water occupies the largest what? You say water occupies the largest part of the earth's surface. And then you must know land occupy only 25%, but water occupy almost 70% or 85%. Other question that will be asked in the exam. Wood is best. Wood is what? You say wood is the best medium for sound transmission. Wood is the best medium for sound transmission. Other question that will be asked in the exam. Sound enable people to do what? You say sound enable people to rush and help other people, that are ambulance siren. Ambulance siren, it is the one that help people or rush people to hospital, that is ambulance siren. Other question that will be asked in the exam. Mass is measured using what? You say mass is measured using grams. Other question that will be asked in science. The unit for measuring force is, you say the unit for measuring force, that is Newton. And then force, it is a push or a pull. Other question that will be asked in the exam. Examples of excretory organs. Examples of excretory organs. You have only three. That is the skin, the largest. You have the lungs, and then you have the kidney. Other question that will be asked in the exam. Examples of waste products, that is, you say examples of waste products, we have the excess water, that is the main, that is in kidney, skin, and in lungs. Another one that is urea, we have nitrogenous salts, we have CO2, that is carbon dioxide, we have lactic acid. And then you must know water, that is H2, and then salt, urea, and lactic acid form sweat. So water, salt, urea, and lactic acid, all of them, they form sweat. And then you must know another one, that is water, urea, and salt, all of them, they form urine. Other question that will be asked in the exam. Epidermis is made up of what? You say epidermis, it is made up of 3 layers, that is confined layer, granular layer, and then you have multigenous layer. Epidermis, it is made up of 3 layers, that is confined layer, granular layer, and then multigenous layer. And then you want to look at now confined layer. What is confined layer? You say confined layer is the outermost layer, and it contains dead cells. So a confined layer, it is the one that contains dead cells. And then the work of the confined layer now, it is to protect inner layer of the skin. It protects inner layer of the skin. Another layer, that is granular layer. Granular layer, it is just below the confined layer. It is just below the confined layer. It means now they are already they are nearer. So it means granular layer, it is just below the confined layer, and then the granular layer, it is the one that contains living cells. It is the one that contains living cells that make new confined layer. Now it replaces the confined layer because confined layer has the dead cells. Other layer, that is multigenous layer. Multigenous layer just below the granular layer. It is just below the granular layer. And then you must know multigenous layer, it is made up of color pigment, that is melanin. It is the one that has melanin. Other one that you must know, melanin. The work of melanin, it is to replace worn out granular layer. It helps to replace worn out granular layer. And then the work of the granular layer, we have said it replaces confined layer because confined layer has the dead cells. And then you must know granular layer, it is the one that has the living cell, but confined dead cell. And then melanin is the one that will replace granular layer. Another one you must know, epidermis is the outer layer of the skin. You must know the epidermis, it is the outer layer of the skin. And then you want to look at now the dermis. The dermis is the inner part of the skin. The dermis is the inner part of the skin. And then you must know you have the blood vessels. Blood vessels, that is capillaries. Capillaries through which blood and waste products are channeled. Waste products are channeled or transported. I wish you all the best, guys.